Hey there, team. So we're going to be doing another double 1v1 now. First one being myself versus Panther, and the second one being another Bilbo battle. So I'm playing as Dale here, and the whole thing with this new, the way that the lobby is done, is you are not able to see your opponent until after, well, what army your opponent is choosing until after the, until after everybody's decided their armies. So it's a bit tricky. It really does make counter picking a lot more difficult. But I was pretty happy to see that I've got Dale up against Mirkwood, because I've said it before a few times. I really think Dale is the only human army that can really counter archer fire the elves, and it's not easy. It does take a lot of casualties, but I think that Dale can do it. And I've got a pretty beefy archer line out front. I've got my Bardian Marksman and my Dalian Bowman, a Dalian Spearman line, and then my Bardian Herd. What the heck? Oh, two Bardian Marksmen and then two Dalian Bowmen. That makes a lot more sense. And I think I've even gone for an armor upgrades. Yeah, armor upgrades all around for everybody. So the already quite beefy and shielded Bowmen of Dale are even more beefy. And I've got to say, I used to say that this, you know, the armor upgrade version of the Bardian Marksman, I used to not really like it, but it has grown on me a lot. I love the standard look too, to be honest. Dalian Spearman, 2 units, armor upgraded to keep them safe, and if any shots come their way, that's okay, you know, they're okay with that. My Lake Town Pikes, I really don't want to get these guys shot up, lightly armored and no shields. They will get immense. The Bardian Herd will hold out a lot better than that. They're holding my flanks, the Lake Town Pikes in the centre. Dismounted Earls of Dale on the flanks. In the centre, the Keldwyn River Patrol. Swordmasters of Esgaroth on either flank. You can actually give these guys an armor upgrade, I think. Yeah, pretty sure you can. I think that's a new thing. Never used to be able to do that, so it's pretty dope. But I didn't know that at the start of this battle. My Dalian Royal Guard and my Dalian Paladins General is in with the Dalian Royal Guard, of course, because I love to put them in. Archer Generals just makes a lot of sense for me. And yeah, it's just about the perfect unit. Only unit I would say is slightly better would be the good old Hearthguard of Amon's Soul. Because they get a spear, so you know, you come at them with cavalry, try to snipe the general out. No sir, stab, stab, stab. But the Dalian Royal Guard are of course hell of a lot better in melee. Let's come on, Panther. Not taking too long, are you? Plan here. Usually, my aim for a 1v1 or any sort of pitch battle is I like to win the skirmish engagement. It puts me in a much more comfortable position if I've won the skirmish fight. Winning the skirmish fight against Mirkwood is not an easy thing, but as I say, I think Dale can do it. So he's got his Sindar there on the flank, Woodland Protectors, certainly some sort of arch unit here that's put down stakes, then the Hiri Oth, Hiri Peng up front, more Hiri Oth behind them, some Hiri Lang with the armor upgrades. I think that's definitely a sound strategy. I think giving armor upgrades to Swordmasters, oh, sorry, burping on mic, never fun, is always a really good thing to do. It just gives them a little bit more resilience to an already very resilient in melee unit, and you can't really go wrong with that. Some unupgraded Hiri Lang next to them, and the Elders of the Elven King. Woodland Protectors there with again some archers hidden, and Bows of Emendwyr, and Huntsmen of Amon Lank. So I am definitely beaten in the cavalry game, but that's usually the case for me. And I do have the Earls of Dale, who I do rate the Earls of Dale quite highly myself. I know a lot of people have issues with them, but for what I need them to do, they can do it quite well. Really lovely looking guys, aren't they? Yeah, anyway. So I felt decent about this. I know the Sindar would beat them apart, and the Huntsmen would definitely give them a good run for their money, but all I need them to do is keep my line safe. So I move forward with my archers, all spread out, of course, and just try to go toe-to-toe with the Hiri Peng. Now, of course, the Hiri Peng are a lot more accurate than me. Their arrows do a lot more damage, but they're not actually as well armored, and they lack a shield. So I am actually going to get some decent value here, pound for pound. But no matter how much of the ammunition I use from the Hiri Peng, there's another 2 units of archers just waiting in the wings for me. So he starts to flank around me with his bows of Imladris. He is actually lurching on forward here, and you can see just as he's moved up, I have taken out quite a few of these guys, and I've lost not really quite a few. Yeah, okay, definitely a lot of the he's definitely targeting the Bardian Marksman, which is a smart move. Better armor on the Bardian Marksman than the Dalian Bowman, but yeah, I would definitely be targeting these guys if I could. And all in all, I'm just trying to win this engagement, just trying to use up the ammunition off the Huri Peng as well, and that should put me in a good position. It is a bit scary seeing this cavalry lurking around on the flank there. I'm not really going to be able to answer all of it at once with my poor Earls of Dale, but I can answer to some of it. Huri Peng continuing to take fire there. I really need to take a sniff, but that's not going to sound good on mic. I could pause it and do it. Oh god, I think I might have to. No, we'll hold off. Yeah, no, I'm sounding all nasally and weird. Okay, we're gonna pause it. That is a lot better now. So the Huri Peng are still taking fire, but they're in a very weird formation now. So, but so close, they've kind of lurched forward, I think, to target my my poor Lake Town pikes. So I'm pulling them back. As I say, the Barding herd can take a bit of a beating. I don't want them to get shot at, but if they have to, they can. So I try to come forward here to really mess with the Huri Peng in this little charge, but kind of regretting that. It was a decent little move, but the Sindar the Girdle are so close, and these Earls of Dale may be quite nicely armoured, but taking the shots to the back as they run, not really a great trade for me. Yeah, down to 48. Maybe I should have immediately come back for another charge as they were like that. But all in all, I've kind of won this initial engagement. But as we've seen, these Woodland Realm Patrol haven't been touched, and they've not really been used, apart from just one quick volley against my Earls of Dale. Hoping to come in here. This is only a unit of 19. I'm hoping to break them if I can. But shaken down to 10. Hey, little cat. And 9, but no, they're still steady. So that's a bit unfortunate, and I get out of there. And I've just lost a lot of my Earls of Dale, and their primary use here is to counter the enemy cavalry. And I've just kind of shot myself in the foot there a bit, giving them, you know, I sort of had an archer advantage, and I've kind of not used that properly, and wasted, oh god, down to 25, wasted some of my very important cavaliers. But still, his Woodland Realm Patrol are now coming on forward, and I'm kind of running low on ammunition with my people. So this is where I decide I need to get in there. I need to get stuck in before he sets up his Woodland Realm Patrol properly, before he closes the noose with his cavalry. So that is why I am beginning my rush. Sending forward my archers. If they want to take a bit of a beating for my infantry, that's great, but the main use of them here is, of course, just get them nice and close and start unloading close range fire. But I'm going to have to keep my line safe from the enemy cavalry. That's a big deal. So lurching on forward. And I think Panther was kind of surprised by this. You know, I think he sort of expected us to have a more extended archer duel, which you would really expect from a Mirkwood versus Dale fight. But yeah, I came in to chase away the bows of Imladris, but he met me with the Huntsman of Amon Lank, who kind of, with the charge bonus of the Huntsman, that was not a fun engagement. I think the Earls of Dale can beat them in an extended fight, but if I allow those huntsmen to get a charge off on me, it's not good. So he's coming in looking like he wants to go for my elite units. I cannot let that happen. I would definitely sacrifice the Earls of Dale to take that charge. But once they get in close, I can start unloading shots on them. And that really does even the scales. Let's slow it on down a little bit because the melee clash is really beginning now. Actually, not that much, but yeah. Dismounted Earls of Dale going toe-to-toe with the Hurioth. Definitely not a bad fight for my boys. The Hurioth are usually able to smash through just about everything in their way, but the Earls of Dale are not going to budge too easy. The Huri-Lang will change that though. But if they can just keep this force in place while I flank around with my Swordmasters, that's all I need. Dalian Royal Guard, of course, they've got a lot of ammunition left to use, but I need to get my elites in there, because this is something that Panther's army is kind of lacking, is foot elites. So I need to get stuck in and use mine to really offset them. Barding Herd there. That's again something that Mirkwood just doesn't really have. Send out the girdle, got a nice little charge off into my Barding and Marksman, but I'm countering that with a nice Dalian Spearman charge, and my Earls of Dale are going to try and lock them in place. Huntsman coming around here. I was kind of worried about this. I did come around maybe for a bit too wide a flank with my Swordmasters, so I'm trying to run and use his own stakes against him and get stuck in amongst the stakes there so that those Huntsmen can't charge me. Those Lake Town Pikes, Elven skill is always going to be beneficial, but a nice full unit of pikes is never fun for anybody to deal with. Getting some shots into the Hiri Lang here. That armor upgrade is nice, it's very useful, but it's not going to be enough. Earls of Dale getting sliced to pieces by the Sindar. I need to give them some support, from the spears, but the spears are too far away. Gosh dang. I guess I was just suffering out a micro loss here. But now I've not really got anything to protect my poor bowmen. And my bowmen are, I guess I'm focusing so much on the front line that I'm not really able to order my bowmen around. I really should be getting them to fire into the Huntsman and fire into the bows of Emendweir. They are turning around now to begin firing into them, but it's a little bit later than I should have had it done. But the Barding Herd mixed in with Dalian Paladins, as well, and Dismounted Earls of Dale. That is not something that anything can really deal with too easy. He's coming in for a charge there. I really need to get the Barding Herd turned around, but I think I missed this charge. Ouch, that's not fun, especially coming right into my poor Dalian Paladins. Yeah, I think it looks like I gave the order for the Barding Herd to turn around, but there's too many Dalian Paladins in the way that they don't manage to get there in time. I tried to rush forward my Dalian Bowmen to kind of like trap them in there. Okay, I killed off a few of them, but still it was a pretty decent charge for him. Jasmine, the door is open. Goodness me. I know, I love you to pieces. Anyway, so Swordmasters managed to get in about the Woodland Protectors, chased them away, but I really want these Swordmasters to get in the melee engagement, not really just chase away the enemy sort of skirmishers. Elves of the Elven King, able to just fire away at whatever they want for a while. They've just been getting some good damage. And of course these Woodland Realm Patrol, lacking any cavalry. I can't really, when you clashed like this, what you really want to be doing is chasing away Mirkwood's skirmishers, and I just can't really do that. And especially when he gets these Woodland Realm Patrol around the side of me, getting to the back of the Barding Herd, that's not fun. My Barding Marksman still unloading onto the Sindar. Lightly armoured those Sindar, but 2 hit points, they'll stay alive for a while. My Dalian Bowmen still just trying to fire away as much as they can. And the good thing about the Dalian Bowmen, again, in melee, they're pretty decent. So when you do get stuck in there, if you stay too long in melee, you know, they're going to hack you to pieces. I know. I love you. She wants me to open up my wardrobe. I did not. I've got my door wide open so she can come in and out, but I've not got my wardrobe open, so she really wants to complain. But anyway, these Hiri Lang definitely have an opportunity to complain. Jasmine, please. As the Swordmasters hack into their backs, and the Dismounted Earls of Dale continue forward. Getting some reinforcements from the Dalian Bowmen. I don't know. I could have done something better with them, I feel. But still, 2 sort of main clashes here as we're continuing to slice on through, but all the while taking fire from the Elves of the Elven King. What are we at now? We're at 39 for 45, so I have got a considerable lead for a pitch battle. Kind of what you'd expect sometimes from a siege, but right, okay, you're getting. I know. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to carry you like a baby, Jasmine. So yeah, that's fine. So I've got her lifted up now. And she's silent. She's not sure what is going on. But either way, we are continuing to squeeze this unit. She's touching the mic with her paws. I love you. I know, good girl. Oh, okay, good. Usually when I'm home alone, this is the best time to record, because as I say, I can leave the doors open and the cats can come in and out and they can just relax. But no, this is she's not letting this happen today. Kildren River Patrol. I'm not really, like Panther's not really letting me shoot. So I'm trying to find some targets. But really at this stage in the battle, I just want to unload on anything. The good thing about fighting elves and such is anything is a good target for your ammunition. You know, it's not like, fighting an orc army or even a human army, where a lot of the army is made up of fodder that you really don't want to use your ammunition on, if you can help it. Whereas elves, even units like the Woodland Realm Patrol, they may just be spearmen in melee, but they're elves in melee. So taking fire, like dropping them with your ammunition is quite a good thing. Okay, Jasmine, I love you to pieces. There, oh, where the heck? And there, the Woodland Realm Patrol are just able to land these great shots from so far away, so I just cannot chase them, which is a real nuisance for me. Lake Town Pike's coming forward. I think they had broken, but they're coming back on now. I've broken them out of phalanx mode just to catch the Sindar, and I try and put a stop to this flanking move, because this right side, everything was going quite well for me, but it is very quickly falling away. But if I can get these pikemen... Oh, I've closed the phalanx. No, get them in. Just don't care about phalanx mode. All you are to me right now are spearmen. So just get stuck in there, kill the Sindar, trap him in, and I think I am actually going to be able to trap him here. 11 of them left. Alright, I got them in phalanx mode there. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just kept on running. Just get them in phalanx mode after they maybe make contact. But yeah, that should be it. Sindar, looks like they're actually going to run through their own lines. That's smart. Yeah, you see, if I hadn't gotten them into phalanx mode, I could have closed that gap, because all these guys here were so slow. That's unfortunate, but yep. Dalian Royal Guard still moving around, but the Elves of the Elven King just sniping away at them. The general there is probably, you know, he's totally exposed to it. But we've freed up our left side. The Barding Herd there, taking a lot of damage right to the front. Dismounted Earls of Dale, I'd really prefer them to be taking the beating, which they sort of are. Woodland Protectors, they're going toe-to-toe with the Dalian Paladins in guard mode, so they're still going to be throwing off their javelins. But they're not going to last too much longer. So we're at 65 for 57, so suddenly my advantages disappeared. But I've still got the advantage in terms of the balance of power. Good javelin throw there to the Sindar. But they have made that charge, but they are so badly beaten now. Surely those hit points are gone. Yeah, they are disappearing just by the sword masters of the Royal Guardsmen. Slicing through them. Almost broken there too. But yeah, Lake Town Pikes formed up, only 26 of them, just stabbing away at the Woodland Protectors. One of these Sindar, good, they're fighting to the death now, that's them sorted. But there's still 31 Bows of Emenduir just lurking around there. And I don't know if there are any huntsmen. I don't know. Yeah, there may be some deer boys lurking somewhere. Woodland Protectors, as I say, almost sorted. Let's go up to 0.7 and go a little bit faster now. I've grabbed everything here. I think I got them off their off phalanx mode to get them stuck in. Just stop the elders from fighting. But I was kind of regretting this because I'm kind of just feeding my mid-tier units to the Elders of the Elven King, and there's not really anything there that can hurt them properly. So I grabbed my Kildren River Patrol, who still have some javelins, and I want them to unload on the elders. So he's done the smart thing here. He's seen the only, like, these guys aren't really going to hurt him too bad. So he's just split his unit up, and he's chasing me with my Kildren River Patrol. Which is a bit of a nuisance for me, but at least I'm spreading his unit out. So my mid-tier units should be able to kill off a few of the elders. And then when I free up my very injured Royal Guardsmen, maybe I can do something with that. Lake Town Pikes, very badly beaten, but still working. My generals dropped there by about 4 Elven Swordmasters, just cutting him to pieces. But Dale's got some decent morale, and as long as I don't do anything stupid, I can hold. But units like the Kildren River Patrol, they're out of here, and they probably aren't coming back. Hopefully they can use up a quick volley. No, he's not targeting them, that's smart. Barding Herd there, starting to get surrounded. But some reinforcements, the Dalian Paladins are coming on in. I don't really want the Dalian Paladins to be fighting the Elders of the Elven King, but right now I don't really have a choice. I've got to use an elite unit to take them down, so it's got to be somebody. Bows of Emenduir coming in for a charge against my marksman of, Barding marksman. And, Bardian, not Barding. But yeah, we are slicing through a few of them though. That was decent. Definitely lost a few units to the charge though. Kildren River Patrol really could use those guys coming back. Barding marksmen, let them get away from me. They need to return as well. All the while, these Woodland Protectors are still on my flank. These Lake Town Pikemen are... They're surviving quite well, and they are killing them off, but just so slowly. And how are these elders? 36 elders remaining. Quite comfortable in that fight. As I say, the Dalian Paladins have been through the war right now. And that big, heavy mace is lovely, but up against a very skilled elf, it's not really the way that you want to fight them. These guys want to be going toe-to-toe with like a massive, well-armored Uruk and just cracking through him. Not really a nice elf. Woodland Realm Patrol running on in. Lucky for me, they're out of ammunition. They're not just going to be able to form up and unload on my back. But still, these guys are good at melee, so as all elves are. So they're going to be coming forward. And really, I know that I've lost this engagement, so they're just going to have to do their best that they can. And I'm hoping I can win here enough. So these barding marksmen were going to go and support that, but I end up just pulling them away to break off this force. Bows of Imladris coming on back again, but the barding herd are splitting them apart. Their morale is holding quite well from that sort of initial damage. Is this guy? No, he's just a captain. I thought he was a one surviving swordmaster. These men almost broke in there as we are continuing to mince through them. Now the problem is that my elites there's still 30 Dalian Royal Guardsmen, but they are very badly injured. And they're not quite on the same level as the Elders of the Elven King. So I'm hoping that these remaining 7 Dalian Paladins can just kill a handful more of them. What we at percentage? 81 for 77. So I'm actually down, but I outnumber them because I, of course, brought a lot more men to the field than they did. Woodland Realm Patrol opening fire on me, but it's from such a massive distance. I get why Panther's doing this, but maybe he could have done with moving his guys forward a little bit. I know that elven accuracy is always going to help him out, but no, hey, we'll see how it goes. I was kind of, as I say, I was just relying on these 30 Dalian Royal Guard. Oh my god, they're back! Good stuff, but good shot there, but that was a maximum. I was just calling out Panther for shooting at his maximum range. I think I really should have. I think I did notice it. And I'm getting them forward now. Ah, crap, they're out of ammunition. All they really had was one volley. That really could have changed things if I had a bit more of their ammo. But we're trying to form up properly. There was no point in me just rushing in there wildly. But he sort of caught me sleeping a bit. So I had to just charge on in. Royal Guard are the first to make contact. First to receive a charge as well. Barding herd coming around the flank. And it's this full unit of Woodland Realm Patrol that I'm kind of worried about. Did I not see them coming? I guess I didn't see them coming. Until they maybe got here, because I think I remember grabbing a unit and trying to, like, feed it to them to slow them down. Yeah, you can see this guy, he's been ordered. Yeah, they're trying to slop them, but they're still going to... My barding marksmen there are going to receive a rear charge. Kildren River Patrol, I tried to do my absolute best with them. Coming for a flank to the Woodland Realm Patrol. River Patrol versus Woodland Patrol, yeah, decent. But... even with a charge, these guys are not going to do so great. And it is really a situation of a flank upon a flank. My pikemen, 16 pikemen remaining, coming in to back up the halberdiers. But where are those cheeky bows? No, they're all running. Let's zoom out for a second. There still are these 10 bows of Imladris. Now, if I had seen that, what I would have done was I would grab my little Lake Town pikemen, and their duty would have just been to protect this melee brawl from them. Woodland Realm Patrol, as much as I like them, the barding marksmen are going toe-to-toe with them, and they're holding their own. Which I really expected this vastly outnumbered unit to just get rolled by the Realm Patrol. Barding Herd really providing a lot of resilience to the line there, providing good a bit of AP. The Elves of the Elven King do have some decent armor on them. But they are happy enough with that fight as it stands. They're killing off a lot more of my Dalian Royal Guard than we're killing them. River Patrol are doing their best on the back lines. Hoping to just sort of break these guys with sort of the attack that's coming at them. But the Bows of Imladris are about to arrive. Grab my Barding Herd, turn them around. Wasn't the best of charges there. But at the same time, my guys, like, they just were walking toward them. They could have stabbed away at so many more of those guys there. And these Lake Town pikemen, that was enough to sort of break them. The presence of some guys at the back. But yeah, the Barding Herd have turned around again. Looks like the Bows of Imladris are coming back on in now. And they'll just sort of be cycling in and out until they're finished. Barding marksmen there, trying their best. What are we at? 88 for 87, so I'm sort of climbing it on back. As I say, I still do vastly outnumber them. What are we at there now? 20 Elders. How many Royal Guard do I have? I've only got 15 Royal Guard though, but the fight is in my favour now. Cracking down once again with my massive halberds. Dismounted Earl of Dale. Dismounted Earls of Dale, as I say. They're able to sort of stand up to this punishment, but we saw a wavering there. Ah, that's the 4 River Patrolmen. They're trying their best. But the cycle charging in and out and in and out, even if they're not getting kills, what they're doing is they're making me turn my Barding Herd around, and they're providing this sort of shock factor to the back of my forces. Now, Panther does click, but what he maybe should have done a bit earlier was he should have grabbed his men and gone elsewhere, like into the back of this force, which is what he's doing now. Because the Barding Herd are going to be standing, especially around the Royal Guardsmen. So if he can break this position, oh no, he comes back in again. Oh, some Dalian bowmen there. It looked like they might break. Ah, that was a decent charge though, and that's the Barding Herd broken. So that was them absolutely wiped there by that charge. 6 bows of Imladris still standing. Barding marksman there broken. Everything I've got is shaken or wavering or, yeah, really struggling in the fight here. Still 15 elders. Outnumbering the Dalian Royal Guard. As I say, normally the Dalian Royal Guard would definitely be able to go toe-to-toe with this, but we've seen how much punishment my Dalian Royal Guard have gone through so far. I tried my best to... You saw me do this little rush forward. I did that try and get away from the bows of Imladris. Use the Woodland Realm Patrol and use the Elves of the Elven King as a shield against them. But no, he's just going to be able to come in and out with these bows of Imladris and just deal with me piece by piece now. I think one charge in everywhere is just going to deal with it. Yeah, sort of slamming into the back there, wavering. Oh no, not broken. Getting a good few slashes there, but they're fast enough to get in and out. And I'm lacking the real sort of anti-large or anti-cavalry bonus to get them dealt with. These two killed in River Patrol, as much shit as I was talking about them, they've really done well as they run off now. And they're withstanding that charge, but yeah, we'll just sort of settle ourselves here. We get into the 90s, so I'm happy enough with that. As I say, I think had I not taken those initial had I not like charged in with my Earls of Dale to try and deal with his Hiri Ping. Now I know why I did that, and I don't think it went terribly, but it didn't. You know, I take the cavalry in order to counter the enemy cavalry. You know, my strength wasn't in my cavalry, and I kind of used my cavalry to just get a strength I sort of already had. You know, I don't know if that's the best way to explain it. You know, increase my advantage with my archers. But yeah, anyway, Dalian Royal Guardsmen didn't do too bad. They were fighting some decent. Well, I say elves. I'm never really going to get a great looking amount of kills here, but you have to remember, like, I was fighting elves. Dalian Royal Guard though, do not too bad. Especially considering I didn't get to use up any of their ammunition, which that was a shame. Dalian Paladins, not so bad, but as I say, maybe it was a bit of a mistake to take the Dalian Paladins in a fight against Mirkwood. Maybe I should have ditched them and gotten more cavalry. Say, that could have been a good shout. Barding Herd there, not doing too bad. Lake Town Pikes, I was surprised how slowly they were killing the Woodland Realm Protectors. I probably should have launched them in a bit harder or something like that, but yeah, it is what it is. 60 for the other Barding Herd, I'm happy enough with that. Dismounted Earls of Dale, being very sturdy, but that 68 is quite impressive. I quite like that. Swordmasters of Esgaroth, we saw they definitely did attract a lot of fire. If I had known I could have given them an armor upgrade, I definitely would have. That would have been a solid shout. But yeah, then the Dalian Spears, pretty nice. I'm pretty sure they can receive an armor upgrade. I think I saw that in a recent battle. Maybe I was being mistaken. But yeah, anyway. Then the Dalian Spears there, actually racking up some decent kills for Spears. So quite impressive. But the enemy did have a lot of cav for them to chew through. Would have been a nice idea for me to grab 2 of them. Usually I do like to have 2 units of Spears behind my archers, but I just kind of, I couldn't afford it. I was like, oh, stuff it, let's just get 1 unit of Spears. River Patrol there, 46. I was talking about like how I really think nothing is a waste of ammunition, but had I been able to get another, even just 1 more full volley into the Elves of the Elven King, I really think that could have gone differently. Just racked up a bit more damage, a few more kills would have been fantastic. Dalian Bowman there, 91, very good, and 87 for that unit Barding Marksman, happy enough with that. And then the Earls of Dale, as I say, like. Just kind of mishandled, I think, from me. But it was a lot of fun. As I say, it's definitely... I do think Dale is a decent pick against Mirkwood. I think a lot of humans will really struggle against Mirkwood unless you are planning to just rush them. It's but I think Dale can actually go toe to toe with them in a more conventional fight. Anyway, let's jump on to the next one. Hey there, team. So this is a battle that I'm actually quite excited for. I really love the generally Imladris versus Khazad. I know Erebor is a very powerful faction, but to me they don't really have the absolute best of the best that you think when you think of like Dwarven infantry. Just in the same way as factions like Linden maybe don't have the best of the best in terms of Elven infantry, as Imladris does. So I really love this kind of clash between, as I say, the real monsters of Reforged, which is, in my mind, I think Imladris is the best Elven faction. Well, like, for, I guess, in terms of the skills of their units. Imladris, then Khazad for the Dwarves, and then Numenor, of course, for humanity. Orcs, sorry, I guess it's a bit more difficult, but yeah, I really like the idea of these guys sort of clashing. It's always fun to sort of see that go down. But at the back here, you've got the Mithril Guard. Even though I'm definitely not I'm definitely not a Dwarven or Elven player, so it's always fun to sort of see that as well. So we've got the Mithril Guard at the back, then the Khazad Reclaimers, the Shield Guard there, Sons of the Fallen, Hammers of Gundabad, Shield Guard, Iron Watch. Okay, Iron Watch to a pitch battle, a catapult there. Then Guards of Khazad Reclaimers, the First Legion Pikes now with their AP, Shield Guard, more Sons of the Fallen, which I think is good, and a nice Sentries of Khazad battle line all the way along. In front of that, Orc Hunters, and Hammers of Gundabad. Okay, good. And then on the Hammers of Gundabad on the other side too. This is kind of risky, but I guess maybe they're just here to put down their stakes and then they're going to fall on back. But you definitely don't want these guys to just absorb a lot of firepower. I know that they've got some heavy armor, but it could be an issue. But yeah, the Iron Watch to an open field is something that I'm interested to see. If he uses the ammunition carefully, I think that this could go very well. But this could also end pretty badly. But either way, Imladris over here, not really got the best in terms of archers, so the natural advantage of Elves is not really going to be too over the top, unless he's really invested in it. Imladris can take, they can take some good archers, but just it's never certain. So just having these 2 units of Orc Hunters might be enough for Bilbo. And especially, I guess, alongside that catapult, Bilbo's probably got the ranged power here. If I was Imladris in this matchup, even though I'm not very good with Imladris, I'd probably be wanting to take a lot of cavalry, because I know I've got the cavalry advantage. I would probably be wanting to take some archers, but mainly my infantry would be my focus. And if I do not see Gwathi Meridain here, I will explode. I need to see those massive hammers cracking into some Dwarven armor today. But we will see if they turn up. But still, I would definitely want to be getting the Rock Door on the field today, and apart from that, I mean, maybe a ballista, but I don't really take artillery, even to counter snipe the enemy RT. I just don't really take it. But I suspect that no matter what, Bilbo's going to be forcing him to approach, because that catapult's going to do a lot of damage to his very high value units, and it's going to be messy. He's sort of formed up a bit differently now. So he's got his Hammers of Gundabad behind the lines now, and okay, yeah, keeping everything safe with the Sons of the Fallen. Nice. Those Khazad Reclaimers could be very important here. I know that the nice armor off the Imladris Elves will carry them through a bit of that axe damage. Come on, my friend. Okay, ooh. There we go. So up front, he's got the Swords of Rivendell. So this is Moonskipper. So he's got Swords of Rivendell up front with an armor upgrade, which I think is a decent enough idea. It's Imladris sentries. As long as he doesn't get these guys shot up, they can definitely hold back a dwarven attack. Eldrimwe Swordmasters, Imladris Guardians, and more Imladris Guardians. Then the Gwathi Arthand and the Bruin and River Ward. All the way over here. Archers of Rivendell. Lots and lots and lots of Archers of Rivendell. And Eldrimwe Archers. Nuritino Warriors. Nuritino Warriors. Okay, cool. This is another way that he could play this. And he's got a capital of his own. Gwathi Rockdoor. Thank gosh, I was so scared for a second, dude. But no, we do have the General in with the Gwathi Maraudane. So he's got an AP weapon, which is quite pleasant. Cutting through some orcs with that AP sword of his. Eldrimwe Lancers too. So, okay, cool. He's really a lot lighter on his infantry than I expected him to be. But he's got a hell of a lot more ranged power than I expected as well. 3 units of archers. Is that not into the red limit? But it might be. Either way, he's got his Nuritino Warriors and more Nuritino Warriors. And there might even be a hidden unit here, in all honesty. I don't know why he would just do that random space on the flank. See, he's coming forward here. I wouldn't do this, Moonskipper. I'd hold. You have a clear range advantage here, and your catapult's going to be doing a lot of damage. Your boys are a lot more spread out than Bilbo's are, so that catapult's not going to do as much. But he's kind of just exposing himself to fire here, and you want to be striking those Imladris sentries. Those archers need to come forward. If this is the plan, if the plan is to rush, then we need the archers forward too. Oh god, ouch. A lot of brutality here. Yeah, see, this is the problem. When you are spread out like this, you need to make sure that you don't end up clumping up. And I think that we're just going to get a clash right into the front line. Sentries are going to be able to hold this back, because they're just going to be able to sort of outnumber them. It's very rare for the Khazad Doom forces. It's another rainy battle. Okay, wow. Yeah, we just saw the blasts. Actually, this is kind of a cool shot. We just saw the blasts from the... oh, axes coming in too, jeepers sake. We just saw the blasts coming from the Iron Watch there. Oh, gee. Yes, very cinematic, very cool. Okay, something like that will work quite nicely, I'm sure. But yeah, this attack is going to fail. He's going to kill off a lot of dwarves. Saying that, the sentries are moving forward. Imladris sentries are kind of beaten down. Definitely the right target with the archers, killing off the Imladris sentries. But no, this is... Khazad infantry definitely do have the ability to mince these Imladris forces here. He's moving up with his archers now, but it's just a case of how much damage can the archers do. He's trying to sort of counter snipe the enemy catapult. But oh wait, oh sorry, oh interesting. This Iron Watch, his shots are bouncing off that broken catapult, and this is a break. It's very rare to see the Imladris forces break, but I don't blame them there. Oh my god, even the Gwathi Arthand are breaking. That is insane. Yeah, I've really not seen that for a while. Yeah, so they will come back, but Bilbo's doing the right thing here, just trying to catch some of these Gwathi Arthand. But even just shooting them in the back with the archers is important. But now Bilbo's going to be on the attack, and if Moonskipper's careful, he is on the open plains, so he can run away for a bit. Ah, nice, of course, the Godflim. I was wondering what was in that space. So the Godflim with their sort of high mass, high damage arrows are going to be knocking these people around. We've got a clear advantage right now, but I think that is going to be disappearing as this kind of mad charge is coming forward, and a lot of these sentries take fire. Oh, the hammers of Gundabad just getting blasted to pieces. Good targets because they don't have that shield. But see, Bilbo needs to, because he's got no infantry in front of him now, he's got nothing to protect his archers, so it doesn't really matter as much. The Eldrimwe are still going to stand a good chance, but what he needs to do now is spread. I'm really bad at kiting, I don't do it, but he needs to start spreading these guys out to pull the enemy's army away. Right now he's still sort of too clumped up together. But those we saw those Mithril Guard take a good catapult shot. Archers of Rivendell here, we need this infantry to turn around, but none of it is. Oh dear, Gwathi Maraudane have come back. But no, this is... a lot of these archers have just been getting grabbed in melee. We need to be unloading on them. Good, cavalry! Elder Emway charge there, the Grassy Rock Door on this side. Good stuff. Okay. Definitely answered that. The Reclaimer's going to be unloading on you. Yeah, those Iron Watch have just been using up a good bit of their ammo, just clashing into the catapults. But yeah, this is great because now that he's charged forward with all of his infantry and his Sons of the Fallen, there's not really a great answer to the cavalry apart from the Reclaimers. But he might not have them on fire at well. And he might not even notice, because to be honest, I didn't notice it. So he might not notice what's going on back there right now. As his cavalry well, as the enemy cavalry are just mincing through him. Grassy Maraudane are a fantastic unit, as I say, to smash into these dwarves. It's always fun to see it. And they're going to do a pretty good job over here. Oh, yeah, and continuing just tear through close range fire. Watch out for that friendly fire, but it was only one friendly fire shot. But Bilbo seems to just be rushing on through to get to the catapult. I don't blame him for that, but some of these units have returned from Moonskipper, and they need to get launched on in to stop this charge. Oh, yeah, watch out for that. Ah, God, it went okay, actually. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, there wasn't really much friendly fire at all there, as the percentages are flipping back on over. And the Imladris Elves are showing, well, Imladris Archers are really showing how resilient they are here. But he's kind of left this unit to just sort of shoot him in the back. As I say, this cavalry is just going to be coming in and out, and it's just limited by how much attention Moonskipper's going to be able to give these guys. If Moonskipper's able to just keep microing them, then they can really do some damage here. Nuratino Warriors still standing, out of ammunition, so they can be thrown on into melee. Godhillim, they're a good elite unit for the front line too. But they need to try to use up their ammunition. That's the announcer saying that the Dwarves have lost half their men. He's still ahead, but not by too much. Grassy Maraudane going toe-to-toe with the Mithril Guard. As I say, this is kind of what I was talking about with the clash of the real elites. You know, this is really the best sort of going at it. And the Mithril Guard are coming out on top right now. Swordmasters there against Sons of the Fallen. Again, this is an amazing sort of two very good quality units, but Elder Emway Swordmasters just too badly outnumbered here. Swords of Rivendell could be coming into the back. There's a lot of these men that have been routing from Moonskipper, but as I say, he's micromanaging his cav. He's trying to do his best on the front line with his archers, but he is just getting a bit overwhelmed right now. But some of these guys could be doing more. That's a good break there. As a Grassy Maraudane, losing the general for Imladris is not going to be a massive deal, but you definitely don't want it. But saying that, Khazad general is in amongst this fight as well. Such a big grouping there. Should we just be unloading into the back of these guys? I don't know what they are firing into right now. Yeah, it looks like they're kind of wanting to go for the Mithril Guard, which I would just go into the blob. Especially because you'd be shooting those guys from the back. Cavalry, how are we doing over here? Catapults totally taken out of commission. It used up most of its ammunition anyway. And yeah, he's just jumping back and forth with the Grassy Rock Door. There's just not an easy counter there. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, this is not really how you want to use the Iron Watch. Just up against sort of cavaliers like that. So that's a bit unfortunate for Bilbo. But they were quite useful in this opening charge. Gosh, dang. It's quite scary just to see the bodies sort of littering the field there in the charge forward. Godhillim, really, they're decent. Well, they are very good in melee, but clearly sort of lacking the damage to be getting through these heavy shield guard. And of course, just heavily outnumbered right now. It is not helping them. Swordmasters there. Once again, come on, Moonskipper. We need to get these boys back. Yeah, but they will return to the fight at some point, I'm sure. But right now, Bilbo's just able to sort of split these guys up piece by piece. Archers of Rivendell probably out of ammunition now. Yep, they've got that armor upgrade, so they can jump on in, and they will probably have to. Grassy Maraudane, I don't know where they went off to, but they can come in for a quick charge against the Mithril Guard. That could be good. I don't know where they're running off to actually. Cheapers. Yeah, Grassy Rock Door, as I say, it's just the only thing he can do is throw axes at them. But the Grassy Rock Door, I don't know if they've received an armor upgrade or not. I think they have. It would surprise me if he's putting the armor upgrade on his archers and everything. He's not put the armor upgrade on his Grassy Rockdoor. So, yeah, probably. Either way, they're still very heavily armored. And these axes are just going to be bouncing off them, even as tough as those axes off the Reclaimers are. Nuritino Warriors, they're standing as best they can. What are we at now? 77 for 75? It's just the problem is, because Moonskipper's just got so much back here. I think he's waking up now. Is he? I don't know. No, I think he's just seen all of this route off and he's just not paid any attention to it. But yeah, and that is going to be his downfall, I feel. Gwathi Maraday going up against the Hammers of Gundabad and some guards of Khazad. It's a fight that they're feeling comfortable in, which is quite surprising. But with some Orc Hunters coming screaming ahead, that might change things. Swordmasters there doing what they can. Nope. Nothing around there. The Godhillim, you might want to just come in for a backstab against the Godhillim, but I think he's probably going to be running on forward to the back lines. But no, one quick charge from the Reclaimers. Good charge, they're heavy axes, just right into the back of the Godhillim, that could be it. Archers of Rivendell, yeah, just sort of standing. I think, I don't blame Moonskipper for doing this. I probably would be doing the same, but he is just micromanaging the heck out of his cav. And just making sure... I love how the flags get bloodied. Like, blood just getting spewed up into the air, you know, from these attacks. But what were we at? 12 Gwathi Rockdoor, and then 3 Elder Imwe Lancers. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Like, as tough as the Gwathi Rockdoor are, I don't know if that will be enough to sort it out. Meridian almost finished. That's the general drop now. Just surrounded by the masked Mithril Guard. It's an aesthetic I'm really excited for Silmarillion, because of course this is a big deal in the well, I mean, it's something that the dwarves do all over, but you know, it's something that's a really big deal for the first age dwarves, is to wear these war masks. So I'm really excited to see how frequently they're used in sort of the aesthetic of the two dwarven factions. I know it's initial two. I don't know what other dwarves we could really get for Silmarillion Total War. No, I think there is only really the two different factions that we could jump on. But yeah, these guys have come back, but the problem is they've come back a bit too late now. There's nothing really to hold on to. The cavalry are here, but 4th Legion Shield Guard are coming forward. There's so many spears remaining that you can't really get away with charging dwarven spears. You can get away with charging, as I say, like lower quality spears, militia spears and orc spears generally, but charging up against something like Dwarven Shield Guard, you know, 4th Legion Shield Guard there is really not possible. So he needs to just win this infantry engagement as best he can, so that his infantry is going to be enough to deal with the spearmen. Are those Godhlims still all... There's still 14. This is something, yeah, Bilbo really should have maybe flanked around them earlier. And, oh, they're trying to really... Don't use your ammunition. Just stay in melee. Ah, damn, I think that's going to be the end for Moonskipper. Because he seemed to sort of try to pull out and try to get his boys into guard mode and get them shooting. I know why he's done that. He wants to sort of use up their high damage arrows, but it's not... They're stuck in, like, they're stuck in there now. Generally, I wouldn't suggest doing that with units of archers. Sometimes crossbows, but like definitely like javelins and axe throwers, sometimes putting them in guard mode and just getting them to point blank throw their axes is fine, but units of archers, I wouldn't do that with them. So he's trying to blob himself together, which I don't blame him for, but he's lost so many men doing that I just don't think it's a sound... Ah, yeah, they're broken now, damn it. Gwathi Rockdoor, 3 of them left now. Off those 3, all 3 are going to be able to get their lances down. Definitely get nowhere near the shield guard. Just try and, as I say, win this fight. Ah, dear. No. Winning that fight is beyond them, especially with the Sons of the Fallen. So this will be the last stand of the forces of Imladris today. I should state this, I probably should state it at the start. Both these guys are quite new. But yeah, so this is much more of just, you know, can't really take it too seriously. But it was a lot of fun either way. As I say, I always love this sort of clash. And I think that the guys definitely didn't do too bad. I think Moonskipper definitely could have... I'll talk about it more at the end, but it was definitely the initial infantry charge from Moonskipper that was a big issue. I think his army composition was maybe like I think if you're going to take that many archers, consider another elven faction. Imladris can do pretty nicely, but for the same amount of money, you can get so much more from another elf. But yeah, the Mithril Guard here from Bilbo, 41, pretty dandy for what they were going up against, and also we did see them receive some nasty catapult fire throughout the fight. Sons of the Fallen there, yeah, you'd always want some pretty decent stuff from them. Guards of Khazad as well, they're another elite unit. First Legion Pikes must have been shot to pieces, because that AP in that sort of phalanx is going to be amazing for them. Sentries of Khazad, again, you know, Moon definitely targeted the right thing here, just bringing down the pikes and stopping them from really being useful. I think the First Legion Pikes, same thing happened to them, of course. Hammers of Gundabad, nice. Again, they were shot to pieces. Iron Watch and Mirror, they racked up 84 kills, so no, they did do pretty well, but still, it was a risky thing to pick, and at the end he couldn't really keep them safe after the melee charge forward, but still, not too bad. Reclaimers there, 194, very good for those guys, and 31 for them. They might have had some ammunition left though. Well, no, maybe not, because they all died. They were probably charged to pieces in the back lines. Yeah, fair point. Triple Orc Hunters. Is that the red limit? I don't think so, because it's the only archer unit they have, so no, I think they can go. I think they can grab 3 of them. I think it's a good strategy to do that up against any elf, even Imladris. You need to know that you're going to be able to at least compete with them a bit, and the Orc Hunters are very good archers, to be honest. Very elven in nature, as Umad usually says. Triple Shield Guard there, 96, very good. Would have been nice to have left one of them behind to watch out for the vulnerable units after the melee charge, but yep, and the catapult doing dandy. But yeah, so as I say, you know, boys are pretty new, but overall, definitely some decent sort of initiative from everybody. Good aggression for the most part. Just kind of, I think Moonskipper, it was just a case of micro loss, and that's just something you practice. That's not really something you have to learn. I can't really give you tips on that. It's just a case of playing games. You know, just do battles, and you will start to click a bit better and better as to like how to maneuver your men faster and be, you know, your battle awareness. But that's just something that comes with time. You can't really. I always tell people, like, you know, go watch videos on YouTube, learn the units, learn this, and just learn sort of how to fight. But you can't. The only way to learn the only way to learn micro ability is to play, is to do it in person, and generally, yeah. So decent enough overall. I tend not to really take arty, you know. I can see why arty is chosen sometimes, but it's just not for me. And I think if you're planning to rush, don't worry about it. You know, there's no point. The only arty you'd want to take that in that case would be Ballista, just to counter the enemy's arty. But yeah, and no. Apart from that, no. GG. See you guys.